the biggest tour of the year has hit the big screens. Did you ever think it would be anything other than absolutely amazing? It follows the biggest pop superstar as she performs on the final leg of her U.S. tour before she goes on the road internationally. Shot at Swiftie Stadium outside Los Angeles, this almost 3-hour movie takes fans on a ride of a lifetime. For those Swifties that didn't manage to snag any actual tour tickets this year, this concert film is something akin to a godsend, because it really is fun to be able to see a well-produced, expertly directed, and almost perfectly edited concert film so soon after the U.S. leg ended, when demand for said tour is still high in the States. Taylor Swift knew what she was doing when she released this one. You've got all your favorite Swift songs here, from Lover to Shake It Off to Cruel Summer to Anti-Hero. It's easy to forget all the popular songs that Swift penned over the last 20 years or so. This film reminds us all that Swift wrote hit after hit and performs them just as wonderfully, too. Oh, there's a lot to love about Taylor Swift. The Eras Tour, first of all, seeing Swift perform songs throughout all of her different eras is an absolute joy. For nearly 20 years, Swift has been writing and performing songs that were directly inspired by her own life. Even for those who aren't diehard Swifties, seeing her go through her different eras of life and performing songs that helped her grow up and helped us grow up is delightful. Of course, it wouldn't be so delightful to behold if the directing and editing weren't top-notch. Luckily, it is. Concert films can be difficult to create for a variety of purposes successfully. So, for Swift and director Sam Wrench to get filmgoers to feel like they're seeing a concert live is a real feat. Another great aspect of this movie concerns the concert's audience. It's so fun to see how enthused and energetic the crowd is here. It's hard to watch their reactions and not also feel that same joy. Swift's interactions with the crowd are also enjoyable. You can really see how much she loves them and how much they love her. Obviously, the best thing about this concert movie is the actual concert. The dance choreography, the elaborate stage designs, the beautiful costumes that both Swift and her dancers wore, the riveting band, and backup singers. Everything about this movie just works. It really is perfect, with nothing wrong in sight. Trust me, folks, the rave reviews aren't just Swifties who love everything Miss Swift does. Even those who aren't die-hard fans will walk out of this concert film stunned and overjoyed by the brilliant production. There's nothing bad about Taylor Swift. The Eras Tour. Truly, it's a jaw-dropping concert in all the best ways. It's hard to watch this film and leave feeling anything other than exuberant. It's a complete joy. With that said, a few Swifties may have a few qualms about what was not included in this concert film, namely, the songs that didn't make the final cut. We've all heard about how Swift, night after night, performed for 3 hours on her tour. She sang and danced to songs that she wrote for the past 20 years of her life. We all knew that some songs would probably be cut. However, it's a real bummer to see that songs such as Cardigan, Long Live, and The Archer didn't end up in the end result of the film. These 3 songs might not be her most popular songs when compared to the rest of her discography. However, they are 3 of her best songs, in my opinion, and 3 of her most beloved. If you feel as if there are too many memorable moments to shed light on in this concert film, you won't be alone. Song after song feels fun, original, and just utterly delightful. Every second is a memorable second. But alas, there are a few highlights to spend some extra time on. A review of Taylor Swift. The Eras Tour would not be complete without discussing the surprise songs that Swift chose to include in the film. Throughout the Eras Tour, Swift shocked fans by choosing 2 different songs to sing every night, one on her acoustic guitar, the other on a piano. So, Swifties were very interested to see which 2 songs Swift decided to include in this film. The 2 surprise songs Swift chose are Our Song, one of the biggest hit songs from her debut album, and You're on Your Own, Kid, one of the most relatable songs from her latest album, Midnight. Both songs are amazing. Seeing them perform live in this acoustic setting is more than a little fun. But to hear the audience sing along to every single word, to harmonize with Swift, to sing their hearts out, absolutely delightful and one of the best moments throughout the entire film. It's also worth noting these 2 song choices. Our Song represents her beginning, while You're on Your Own, Kid represents where she is now, her newest era. Also memorable, Swift's costumes throughout. Through every era, Swift changes into a new wardrobe. Even if you've seen photos and TikTok videos of Swift throughout the U.S. leg of her tour, it's still lovely to see them up close on film. Her bedazzled lover bodysuit is fun, as is her fearless dress, reminiscent of what she wore during this time of her life. Swift can put on a show. Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour proves that, and more. This concert movie will likely go down as the most significant concert movie of all time at the box office, thanks to its stellar opening weekend. And it should. The movie is good. Some concert movies fall flat, get boring, or don't stick the landing. At almost 3 hours, you would think this film would do the same. Remarkably, it doesn't. Swift, thanks to her songwriting talent, bountiful song catalog, and vivacious performances, excels across the board in this film. It's a concert film like no other. For a pop star like no other, this shouldn't be too much of a surprise.